Fuck.
Okay, so just because I looked this up here.
But
So
but as soon as I heard Apas's voice, it clicked. It is her.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, we showed that before we started
Yeah,
watching all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, she
Yeah.
confirmed it as well, but it's also
yeah.
like I was listening to it and I immediately knew that it was her. So according to this, it says, according to James Gunn, he did not have another role in mind for Henry Cavill in his upcoming Superman movie. Gunn clarified that Cavill was never in contention for the role because they have a different version of the character in mind for a movie titled Superman Legacy. Despite Cavill reprising the role for a recent cameo in The Flash, it was confirmed last year that he would be replaced in the DC universe. Gunn's statement contradicts false information that circulated claiming that Cavill had been fired from the role. It seems that Cavill was never cast as Superman in Gunn's universe, which is fucking true. Gunn keeps saying that. These guys keep fighting back on it. But that's the whole point that we keep saying, like, oh, he wanted him for Jor-El. He says, oh, this is in the book. Well, who is the one who said it to him? Did you guys catch that name? Did you guys catch that name? Mikey Sutton. Now we're gonna listen to a bit more of this, and I don't know how far away it is. I forgot like the exact timestamp of where there's a certain line that he says, that Zod says, that I can speak to. That makes me really, really, really wonder if everything he's getting is bullshit, and I'll explain.
Nope.
So there you go. That's the truth. That's the Henry Cavill bit. That's what Henry Cavill. That's what the problem is, people. So you're hearing it here. I'm telling you, that's what the story is. Gunn. They didn't want to pay Henry Cavill money for Superman. That was the first strike, and the second strike was not even that Henry wouldn't take the pay cut. Henry just didn't like what James Gunn wanted to do with Superman. James Gunn is going to make a mockery of Superman. And I'm sorry to have cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. No, that's true. He is going to make a mockery of Superman, the big galoot. But I respect Henry even more for like walking away, like knowing like that's not how I want to be this character. That's not the way I want to play this character. So I'm out.
No, he didn't want to do any of the goofy stuff
RJ.
that James Gunn wanted. It's not about money. It's not that Henry would not have taken the lower pay. It was going to be lower pay because the meeting started out. Gunn explained to Henry about the lower budget, that the movie is going to be lower budgeted and they have to keep it below a certain number in order to get DC back on track again. And that was the whole point. And Henry didn't have a problem with that, but when Gunn started going down the line about his stupid big galoot crap that he wanted to do for the character, Henry was that was not what Henry wanted to do. This is why.
So the big galoot thing was only recently.
The big galoot. Okay, I'm a little confused about the galoot thing. So
okay. So I'm asking. Okay. So okay. God, I'm trying to find because he mentioned that he called him a big galoot. Okay.
Oh right, didn't he? Because Gunn called.
He
Superman
called
a
him.
big galoot.
He called him a big galoot. There we go.
And wasn't
okay? This was from March 15th of this year.
Okay,
right.
yeah.
So he says he's a big old galoot. He's a farm boy from Kansas who's very idealistic. This is what he said March 15th, 2023. So on the stream, Zod is saying that Henry didn't want to do anything with the galoot stuff. This is also 5 months after Henry was retired from the role. So
Zod is clearly lying.
He's clearly he's conflating a lot of shit because he doesn't know anything, right? And then APAS also doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
You know,
All APAS is just the right hand woman of Zodwriter.
Well, no, she's just like she is like a mirror. You know, a mirror. She's just there to like bounce back exactly what Zod says. You know, so Zod says like, this is what Henry Cavill did. And she's like, well, you know, I now have a lot more respect for Henry Cavill for turning it down. Right. And then, you know, she'll say, oh, the galoot thing. And then he's like, yeah, that's why Henry turned it down was because of the galoot thing. 5 months after it happened. Google is your friend, Zod. I understand you're kind of dumb, but we got to keep moving on.
Why? Henry and Ben are like, absolutely not. There's no way. Yeah. Look, listen, Henry, and to Henry's credit, he came out and he did that beautiful Instagram post about no longer being Superman. And to his credit, he didn't come out and say James Gunn is a moron who wants to basically deface the character of Superman for his own comedic ends. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about you as fans. He doesn't care about the lore. I'm walking away from this crap for the same reason I walked away from the goddamn Witcher. And it's unfortunate, but this is what happens when you're passionate about something and you're a big part of it. And that's it.
Henry's
it's
one of us.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the studios have to run everything into the ground because they hire morons. That's what the lesson is. That's what the lesson is. So for all those people that keep coming at me talking about my book is crap, that I don't know what I'm talking about, you have no idea who I've been talking to for Pause Not Stopped. You have no idea the kind of stuff I have in the book and the kind of mind-blowing stuff that's about to come out that you guys have no idea about. You all think it's about you, and you all think it's all about the trolls and the people that I didn't agree with and the vodka junkie and all these other people. I don't care about those people. It's not about them. It's about studio. It's about the studios. It's about what the studios have done to the fans. It's about what the studios have done to the talent, and it's about what the studios are continuing to do to this day. They have no respect, and you know this now because you see yourself what's going on with this strike. They literally want to replace all the actors and writers with AI.
Says the guy who took his co-host's voice and used her to
replace her with AI.
Replace her with AI, and then use it to publish a book of. I'm air quoting this real quick. To publish a book about where James Gunn's fans are by saying, "Oh no, it's not about the trolls. I'm not making a book about the trolls." Everything we listened to tonight was largely about them saying mean things to Zod on Twitter. That is everything it is. That's why I was laughing my ass off when I heard this, because he is so fucking delusional.
He's a fucking moron, dude.